One champion was already decided earlier today as Prosper took the D2 state championship, but we still have this very important game left as we will decide who will be the D1 state champion. Hello everybody and welcome you into THSLL Playoff Lacrosse brought to you by Game On Sports. I'm Shaw Jab and with me today is Zach Wolchuk. And Wolchuk, we had a very exciting game, kind of a blowout. Prosper won, but this game, this rivalry between these two runs deep.
Well, if it's anything like the regular season meeting, we are in for a treat. ESD got up pretty big against Highland Park in the regular season at Highlander Stadium, and the Scots came fighting back with an 11-9 victory. The 11th goal was that Highlight Sports Center top 10 behind-the-back goal. It was a behind-the-back pass and a behind-the-back finish. Mankey, Hansen together on that one, and those are going to be the two to watch out for, again, for Highland Park. McKay Hansen, who's the leading goal scorer for this squad, coming into this one, number 22 in white. 45 goals now on the year, had 4 goals in their win in the state semifinal yesterday versus Austin Westlake. And then Thomas Mankey, number 27, just a sophomore. He was here this time last year leading the D2 squad to a state championship. He's looking to lead the D1 squad to a state title here today. But against ESD, this is one of the best defensive teams we've seen maybe in the history of the state of Texas. Senior Scott Bauer, a U.S. All-American committed to Virginia. He'll be wearing number 5 in blue, is an absolute force. Can also come up and get the job done offensively. You've also got a couple of defensemen heading to Ohio State in the junior Henry Watson and the senior Carson Rainey. So an outstanding matchup between the offensive firepower of HP and the defense of ESD.
And you're seeing the players line up, and the color guard is coming out as we will see the representation of the colors as we will hear the national anthem. Strong showing from both sides. It's going to be an exciting matchup, but first we're going to be hearing the national anthem, and then after that we will analyze this matchup.
George Fuller. All right, is this a beautiful day? Yeah. We are glad to welcome the ESD Eagles. Suburb of McKinney. So we are honored to have the Division I tournament here this year in McKinney. It's going to be a great day, great competition. Thank you all for being here, and we look forward to a fantastic game. Today's colors are presented by the McKinney High School Junior ROTC. I would now like to introduce Maylee Thomas. Maylee began her career as a gospel singer. She has recorded 7 albums, including several with legendary sax band Clarence Clemens of the E Street Band, and performs internationally with the Maylee Thomas Band. Maylee is the creator and host of the Homegrown Music radio show on KLAK 97.5, airing every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the First Lady of McKinney, Texas, Maylee Thomas. Will you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you sing
Beautifully sung there, as now we are about to get set for the matchup between the Highland Park Scots and the ESD Eagles. Highland Park on the year 12-3. They went 6-0 in district play, and as for the Eagles, they went 18-3 and 4-1 in district play. HP on a 7-game win streak, while the Eagles are on a 6-game win streak. And both these teams had really huge wins. Looking at the Scots, last game they won 12-10 versus Westlake, while ESD kind of had a bragging rights win by winning 5-4 versus Dallas Jesuit. Now right here, this, like we were talking about this earlier, there are a lot of programs in the championship that's just been showing up constantly. Highland Park, ESD, Dallas Jesuit, and they have just been fighting it out, duking it out to see who is the best program possible.
Yeah, I mean, these two are in the Final Four pretty much every single year. ESD losing surprisingly in the semifinals a year ago. The year before that, they lost in the state championship game to Jesuit, a team that they avenged and were able to knock off yesterday in the state semifinal in a very defensive, hard-fought game, 5-4. They also had lost to Jesuit in the regular season in double overtime and were able to get some revenge and win in the postseason, ultimately when it matters most. For Highland Park, they haven't won the state championship since 2015, but they're also seemingly in the Final Four every single year. They got knocked out the previous 3 in the state semifinal. They're back in the state championship today, and they are just hoping that they can do what really none of these teams do within the North. Every year, it's a battle between Highland Park, Jesuit, ESD, St. Mark's, these rivals. Typically how it ends up, the winner of the regular season does not get the sweep and conclude the deal in the postseason. We saw it yesterday, as we just mentioned, with ESD and Jesuit. Jesuit knocked off ESD in the regular season. ESD returned the favor yesterday to advance to the state championship. Well, it was 11-9, Highland Park over ESD in the regular season. The Scotties are looking to the sweep of the Eagles today, and the Eagles are looking to say, nope, we're going to keep this trend alive and get the victory here in the state championship.
And looking at their playoff history, for ESD in 2018, they did lose to St. Mark's in state, but in 2014, they did defeat HP 8-5, and ESD would win that championship versus Dallas Jesuit. And in 2008, they lost to HP 10-5 in state playoffs. But we'll see who wins today in the 2019 season, as there are two teams, fantastic players, fantastic coaches, but there can only be one winner. Can HP debunk that curse that's been going around, or will ESD finally conquer HP in the state championship? It all comes down here as we approach the first face-off of the day. Still going, and HP trying to scoop it up, but it's going to be a whistle blown. And it looks like ESD will get first possession, and they do.
And that's going to be an outstanding matchup inside the X between the Fogos. John Heldman and Ross Chaz now for ESD versus Anthony Gobriel, who was sensational yesterday versus Westlake for Highland Park.
Anthony Gobriel, all-state for a reason, one of the best players for HP as he sets the tone. But for now, ESD going to have first possession as they're going to try and get up early. Slow moving right now is ESD as they are more methodical. Coming around now behind the goal. Looking to maybe get a shot off. Quick spin move here. Coming in. Backing up again. You're seeing already HP's defense not allowing a lot of cushion. Stutter step to the right. Trying to find some room, but again going to get backed up.
Yeah, an excellent job by Cameron Wilson, just standing his ground. Danny Kung, who had a big goal yesterday for ESD, one of the 5. All those goals came at a premium.
Trying to look here, getting a lot of pressure, trying to will himself in, but he's going to get backed up yet again.
And a great switch there. Drew Scott in 35. Brock Bakich, you can tell he always plays with that sleeve on his leg. He can play a little wild. He was very physical. He's more of an enforcing presence defensively. Getting a lot more playing time due to the injury to 28. The senior Andrew Stanzel, who's committed to Bucknell, had shoulder surgery earlier this week.
Blair with a nice dish, and it bounces. So it gets deflected off the post, and HB trying to get in, they do. And HB getting a head start here.
And look out, here's Drew Scott, had the opening goal yesterday for Westlake. Against Westlake for Highland Park, I should say. And McKay Hansen, who was calling for it, 22 and right. A great cutter, likes to work the middle there right in front of the cage. 4 goals yesterday, the leading goal scorer for Highland Park coming in with 45.
In that game versus Westlake, Drew Scott finished with 2 goals, but he was all over the place for HP as he was a huge part in that victory. Now 9:45 left here in the first. HP going to back up now.
Pete Sitton being defended by Jack Loftus here. That's another intriguing matchup.
Coming into his left shot there, and just a little to the left. Trying to hang on. Ball is loose as it goes out of bounds, and the rest will signal that is ESD possession. Oh, looks like it got tipped, and they're going to change it, and it'll be HP ball.
Yeah, the long pole of Henry Watson, the Ohio State commit there, just threw that one out of bounds, and it will indeed go to Highland Park. That's a good call by the officials.
Passing out back to Sitton, and now back to Scott.
Both these teams just knowing each other so well. The coaching staffs, a lot of these players grew up together playing in the youth levels for select programs.
And now in the hand is John Beetrell, All-State. He has 30 points on the year. A fantastic player.
Beetrell can score from literally anywhere on the field.
Coming around now, trying to work his way in. Nice pass there. It looks like it got deflected. Still fighting for it. Here's a bit of a scrum, and ESD picks it up.
And here they come, trying to push the tempo right up the field. I think they're going to have to get slowed down here. The long pole of Galbraith, the Ohio State commit, picking it up and pushing it up for Highland Park. So great job in the midfield game for the Scotties. Able to capitalize off the turnover, trying to push the issue, were the ESD Eagles.
They tried to outpace HP, but turned into a turnover. So now Highland Park has possession again.
And that was a gorgeous chance, just trying to get it over to Tristan Uphoff, who was working over off that right side. Goal line extended. As you mentioned, just a little bit of clutter there. Defensively, ESD is so good. They're rarely out of position, play very tight defensively. So good, quick ball movement for Highland Park, and they are probably one of the fastest offenses in the state.
Now 8 minutes remaining in this first, still not a score. Substitutions made. Nice pass out here. Harrison Key getting pressured. He's going to have to come back out. Quick passing here. And here comes Wilson Sands. Sands had a goal versus Westlake. Come around behind the goal. Trying to work his way in. Screen is set. They're not going to use it. Pass it out here. Great passing here. Trying to pass in the lane in traffic. And it looks like it'll be saved as it almost stripped away. They're still trying to fight for it.
Yeah, just a nice job to get the big net on it for Howden Ruddleston. As they tried to get it to Tristan Uphoff again, just working right in front of the cage near the crease area.
And here come ESD again. Both teams showing great passing. Oh, has a shot in the lane, and it bounced off the post.
That is the second time an ESD shot has clicked off the post. And look out here, Thomas Menke with a lot of room.
Trying to get a Eurostep, and he passed it back, but oh no, it will result in a turnover.
Just the quickness of that ESD defense. Scott Bauer, so clean and smooth with it, able to pick up the grounder, get back. Menke had a step. They're able to take away that angle and now flip it again. The other side, ESD will work with it on the attack.
Coming around. Oh, nice spin move there. Trying to work his way in. Shot from the side. Beautiful work there, but just couldn't finish on the shot.
Yeah, what a dodge from Wasserman.
Wasting no time. And it results in a goal for ESD as they get the first score of the game.
Believe that was Preston Morway that got the goal right off the Wasserman shot. He's able to get the rebound try off that right side, and he just cheeks it in straight past Doak Walker. Nice rip there from the far side for Preston Morway.
The junior midi giving ESD its first lead of the game. With 6:14 left here in the first quarter, we get our first score. And ESD coming off a very low-scoring game versus Dallas Jesuits, ended up 5-4, while HP scored in double digits. And another face-off victory for ESD. So Gabriel kind of off to a slow start here. Here comes ESD again. Looking to try and maybe come up to a 2-0 lead over HP.
5:45 to go in this first quarter. What's been a quick up and down flurry of a pace between both these squads.
Some good footwork here as Morway again had the goal earlier. Nice dish. Shot there, and oh, Doak Walker just snatching it.
Yeah, big rip from Reed Landon, who had a couple of goals yesterday for ESD and almost a throwaway. Andrew Bonnet will come and scoop that one up. Bonnet, who missed the entire regular season nursing a football injury. You see that brace he's wearing on the left knee.
Oh, difficult pass there, but nobody was there, and ESD might be able to pick it up, and they do.
Uncharacteristic turnover there for Highland Park. ESD working the clear. They're going to get it up ahead. Here comes Wilson Murphy. A lot of speed. Good job by Pete Sitton and Cam Wilson to get on back. ESD will have to slow it on down. They'll get some subs on the fly, reset that offensive attack.
They're coming around again. 4:35 left. ESD holding on to a 1-0 lead. Slowing it down a little bit. Trying to work their way around behind the goal. Oh, nice push off the defender. Passing here, trying to work his way in. Going to come back out. Going to get a shot there. And it goes to the right. Still ESD ball.
And ESD really stacked up. Now they'll go ahead and motion. They all just split at the same time.
Oh, man, just what footwork there, but Doak Walker deflecting it.
Jack Loftus, who is an excellent dodger, really creates a lot of problems, but a big save for Doak Walker. Now working the clear, Andrew Bonnet. Another big reason Highland Park won the D2 state championship. Played 20 minutes in the Super Regional versus Kingwood. Got a lot of playing time yesterday now due to the injury of Andrew Stanzel. He's a good one.
Drew Scott backing up. This has been a very low-scoring quarter. It's now with 3:15 left.
Well, it certainly hasn't lacked any excitement despite the low scoring. Here comes Beetrel. He does like that move. He can rip that one. Drew Scott, who's got a lot of speed.
Scott looked like he wanted to take that shot.
Yeah,
oh, he's just so quick.
Keep an eye on McKay Hansen, who keeps working that middle.
Trying to get a shot there. There's a shot on goal.
Scotty's really swarming, trying to get those rebound opportunities. And there's a throwaway, so this one's going to stay with Highland Park as Scott Bauer with that long pole, just unable to corral a hot pass. But there's going to be a lot of pressure all game long right in front of the crease on Alden Ruddleson, the goalkeeper for ESD.
And it's definitely one thing ESD doesn't want to do is keep giving HP opportunities. Now 2:34 left.
And here comes Thomas Mankey. If you need a goal, that's a good person to go to.
Mankey had 3 goals versus Westlake yesterday.
He also had a very good game against ESD in the regular season.
Behind the goal, Mankey trying to work his way in. He might pass it out to Sitton, and he does. Sitton looked like he wanted to rip it from distance. He rips it that time, and it goes to the left.
Yeah, Pete Sitton's probably the best snipe out there on the field for Highland Park.
The ref signaling that it's still HP ball.
Well, John Beecher was the closest one to it.
Gonna come back out. Sitting again. Pass in the lane. Good shot, and it goes in! Great response there by HP as McKay Hansen with the goal.
And he was calling for it the whole way. And he's just been working, sitting in front, 5 yards away, right in front of the cage. And he calls for it. They feed it to him, and he wastes no time. The amount of time that that ball is in his net before it's out, shot release, and in the back of the cage, it's literally a split second. McKay Hansen's become one of the best finishers in Texas high school lacrosse.
An alley-oop pass and connects on it as we are tied up here with 1:53 left here in the first. Fighting for it here, and HP wins their first face-off.
How about Jake Jen? That's a young man who was called up from the D2 team after they got upset by Cumberland in the district playoff, and he's getting a ton of playing time here up with varsity blue. And we got a HP player down, took a couple of whacks on that far side, and that might be Thomas Menke, who's slow to get up.
He got berated on that play. No, he tried to get up, but he's still down. And the refs are going to blow the whistle as we have an injury.
Yeah, that's a big loss. That could be one, and Menke's going to get up. Looks like he got a couple of hacks on the knee, and he'll limp off. Hopefully he can shake that one off and be good to go.
He's able to run off under his own power, but after that, he got berated by 2 ESD players. And he just went down on the ground as HP turned it over.
Eagles will go back to work on the offensive side of things. There's a throwaway. A chase for the ground ball. Pop back up.
Still trying to fight for it here as they can't place the ball. And they're going to give it to HP.
He lost his stick trying to fight for that one. Blake Wills able to recover it, and they'll get it to the long pole. Cameron Wilson, who'll work to clear up the field.
Nice clearing there by HP. Getting a lot of pressure here, but here comes HP again. Blake Wills.
Under 1 minute to go here in the first quarter.
Waiting for Drew Scott to come back in. Running in, going to take it himself! Harrison Key giving HP their first lead.
What a beautiful play by Harrison Key. Saw man-to-man, knew he had a speed advantage, just dodged his way around, runs right past, takes it in front of the cage, puts it low, and just past out in Ruddleson. Puts the Scotties up for the first time here in the state championship.
And Drew Scott came in, so all ESD players focused on Drew Scott as they thought he was going to get the ball. But Harrison Key took advantage of that, made his way in, and got a beautiful shot off.
Harrison Key's also got championship experience. Was a state champion on D2 last year as Highland Park knocked off Prosper. Gabriel had an opportunity to win that faceoff. It's still alive, and Andrew Bonnet will vacuum that one right up.
And here comes HP again. 25 seconds left here in the first. Looking to maybe take a 2-goal lead going into the second quarter. Now 15 seconds remaining.
Drew Scott directing traffic up top. Working with behind the cage is Pete Sidney. He's got 8 seconds.
He looked quickly back at the clock. Looking to get a shot off, and it goes just to the left. So 2 seconds left. The only thing ESD can do is maybe just hope. Get a long shot off, and nothing will come of it. As that's going to end the first quarter, as HP ending the quarter with a 2-1 lead. So a low-scoring affair so far, and ESD's kind of used to that, as at the end of the first quarter versus Dallas Jesuit, they were actually down 2-1, and now again they are down 2-1.
Well, I'll tell you, both these teams can play from behind, and as we saw in the first one, with ESD up considerably and Highland Park storming back to be victorious, there is no lead that is safe. This one's going to be close throughout all 4 quarters. And despite the low scoring, really good quality looks on both sides. We saw some good defensive plays. The midfield game, I think Highland Park, those long poles, the long stick middies, did an excellent job coming in to give them some added possessions, whether it was Cameron Wilson, Gabe Galbraith. They came in and made the difference there to really give Highland Park a lot of momentum towards the end of that first quarter.
A lot of early turnovers by both teams, and HP just taking advantage of them as Harrison Key and McKay Hansen really helping out the Scots here with those 2 goals. And you're just seeing HP just being more quicker. They're faster. That's how they play. They like to play fast-paced, not holding the ball in the stick too long as they like to pass the ball around.
Yeah, we talked about that in the open. I think it's just a fascinating matchup with the speed and the scoring depth of Highland Park against really a big defense for ESD with Scott Bauer, Henry Watson, Carson Rainey. I mean, some of the best defensemen we've seen here in the THSLL.
Well, here we come as the start of the second quarter is about to be underway as we are back at the face-off X.
Chazanow out there taking this photo for ESD as he alternates with John Heldman.
Gabriel still out there. HP holding on to a 2-1 lead. It was one of the longer faceoffs we've seen, and Gabriel trying to come away with it, but he got pushed in the back, and ESD will come away with the faceoff win.
Yeah, that's Scott Bauer so good at that. Just coming on over and raking that ball up. Wing support and a tightly contested faceoff.
And here come ESD. Eagles looking. They're waiting for Preston Morway to come in. He had that 1 goal for ESD earlier, and now he has the ball in his hands.
And it's interesting offensively for ESD. They'll kind of all stack in one area, and then it'll just be a quick disperse. Trying to get Highland Park defensively jumbled up.
Shot there just to the right.
Yeah, a long shot there from Reed Landon. Had some success yesterday against Jesuit. Was defended tightly by Ford Frazier. Not a great shooting lane. Had to kind of hit it a little wide. That's why it ended up floating on him to the side of the cage, not on net.
Oh, got a bit tripped up there. Lost his footing. He's just getting bullied on the side.
Well, that's Bakic's game. He is all physicality as a defenseman for HP.
Morway again. Oh, he gets stripped. Now 10:20 left. Now coming around, trying to work his way in.
And Preston Morway was calling for that one. Now they'll get it over to him.
Oh, deep shot there. Tried to rip it. Goes a little high, but still ESD possession. Trying to use that screen, coming around. But Highland Park's defense too physical right now.
Playing a tight man D. There's Bakic over pursuing. Created a little bit of room there for Drew Wasserman.
Oh, no, and there's a check
wow,
there.
That's going to be a flag. And that's some stuff that Bakic got away with quite a bit yesterday against Westlake. Comes on over and just drills Wasserman from behind. So the first man-up advantage coming up for the Eagles.
You're still seeing they're still jawing at each other. This penalty will be on Brock Bakic. And that was just a, like we've been talking about, remember me hit. He's like, hey, I'm going to be on you all day.
Well, it's that linebacker mentality that Brock Bakic plays with.
Brings that physicality to lacrosse. Now with 9:36 left. Score still 2-1. As ESD has possession.
Danny Kung bringing it on in for the Eagles. A big opportunity here to even things up.
Behind the goal at first, but now coming around. Good movement here so far in the lane, and just an easy shot for Jack Loftus.
And they caught Doak Walker and just good ball movement. They get it over their goal line extended, working on that near post to Jack Loftus. And by the time Doak Walker realizes he's not able to slide over there quick enough, Loftus just buries it over there. Little give and go. Beautiful job with the man up for ESD to make the most of it, capitalize, and tie things up at 2 with 9:18 left to play in the half.
The junior was just camping right by Doak. And just an easy shot there as we are tied up yet again with 9:18 left before the half. Here we come at the face-off X again. And Doak trying to come away with it, just can't place it, but it looks like they may come away with it. Oh, and a big hit, a big collision. But HP still trying to fight for it. Ball is still on the ground. The ball is still there, the ref blowing the whistle. As it looks like a timeout was called by ESD.
Yeah, nice job there for Jay Southern to get that call in, as that one was loose, as you mentioned, Saji. Trying to fight for that ground ball. ESD had it for a moment. They get the timeout in. They secure possession with exactly 9 minutes to play in the first half.
And Gabriel being so physical right after the faceoff, trying to get the ball. He just straight up trucks a guy. And it just shows the will to win from both these teams as they both want to be state champions. Still 9 minutes left here before the half, and it has been action-packed. Back and forth we go as each team just answering.
You can expect nothing less from ESD and Highland Park. They play close, fun games. It's going to be physical. There's going to be a lot of jaw talking back and forth between these two sides. Like we've talked about, these kids know each other very, very well. And a great turnout on hand here at Ron Poe Stadium. Both fan bases coming out to cheer on their teams. The student sections are loaded up.
And a great supporting here by the fans, like you were saying. And you're seeing there how big they have come out.
You have the Highland Park side with their Beat ESD shirts, and on the other side it's Beat HP for ESD.
ESD and HP have always had very loud, supportive fan bases that love to come out and support their teams, and you always want that for any kind of program. As they both have had incredible journeys for ESD to get here. They had to beat Austin 14-5, then they won 12-4 versus Woodlands, and of course yesterday they won against Dallas Jesuit 5-4.
That's not an easy road. The Woodlands, the defending state champions, to knock them off in convincing fashion in the Super Regional. And yesterday, of course, avenging the double overtime defeat in the regular season to Dallas Jesuit.
And as for HP, they had a bye to start the playoffs. Then they defeated Kingwood 18-3. And then, of course, yesterday they won 12-10 versus Westlake. And now this has turned out to be their toughest contest so far. 8:50 left. ESD looking to take back the lead. Oh, and a big collision there.
Andrew Bonnet just absolutely taking out
William
William Blair.
Shot here, and Doak Walker with a nice save.
What a save for Doak, and they'll go ahead and whistle it because of the injury. But man, oh man, Doak Walker with a huge save. And the rebound was falling back into his net. He goes ahead and makes the stop.
Trainers have come out. It looks like it's number 29, William Blair.
Good to see him just get up and walk off the field on his own power.
I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he took a big hit. That massive collision there with Blair and Andrew Bonnet, a couple of big boys there colliding. And I think they'll go ahead and we'll just have a face-off.
Well, HP will get the possession.
Will bring it back up. Yep, it will be Highland Park possession.
So here comes HP.
Easy clear, just get it to Beetrel.
Oh, looked like they had a chance there.
Nice job to slide on over and take that away for ESD defensively. They bait you a little bit, does that Eagle defense. Make you think you've got an opening. When you don't, it'll close extremely quickly. Highland Park just being patient, resetting that offense.
And you're seeing 3 Scots surrounding the crease.
And it's good to see Thomas Mankey, 27 and white, back in the game.
Drew Scott. Oh, and it just connected there.
That's the third time they've tried to get a feed over the middle to Tristan Upoff. They just haven't been able to connect.
Oh, but how about Drew Scott keeping the play alive? And he's coming around, looking to maybe back up to reset, and they do. John Vitro gets it, and he's going to back up. They're going to set up a new play here. Now 7:39 left. Calling the plays, Betro getting ready to go full steam ahead. Going to his right, coming around. Getting pushed from the back. Now behind the goal is Mankey. Scott, back to Sitton. Sitton coming. Spin move here, wants to take a shot, but getting double teamed. And he's going to have to back up.
Really good job defensively there by ESD, and almost a loss. But Andrew Griffin defensively staying with Pete Sitton all the way.
Sitton just getting bullied there, but he's going to have to back up. Now Mankey again behind the goal.
And you see Mankey being attended to there by Carson Rainey.
Still waiting here. It looked like he had a chance there with Uphoff again near the crease. Oh, chance here. Shot there, and that one goes in for Uphoff.
Well, fourth time's the charm, right? They finally get it over there to Tristan Uphoff. It wasn't just a one-timer type of opportunity. They dump it down low to him. He turns around, waits for a second, creates a little bit of cushion, and then the rip that goes right over the shoulder. Beautiful finish for Tristan Uphoff, the senior.
Uphoff kept asking for it, begging for the ball over and over again, and finally he gets it. Scotties retake the lead, 3-2 with 6:38 left here in the second quarter. Back at the face-off we go. Gabriel can't win that one.
Yeah, good job by John Heldman to secure that one. ESD's just got two dominant Fogos.
Coming around. Reed Landon passing it out to Jack Loftus. Loftus had a goal earlier.
Yeah, and Loftus has caused some problems with his speed, able to work around some of these long pole defensemen of Highland Park.
Trying to speed up. Henry Watson coming around. Oh, shot there, and it was just to the right. That was a good shot there for Caden Dundon,
Yeah,
who just
really,
couldn't complete it.
Really good look there for the junior. Had a lot of room, had time to size that up. Just went a little bit wide.
Coming around again. They love attacking the wing area on the left.
Yeah, I thought Drew Washburn was going to double back around. He's had Brock Bakich a couple of times.
Washerman just getting bullied by Bakich. Trying to back up, but just no room here. Another shot there, and again it goes to the right.
Reed Landon just twisting. That's the second long-range shot he's had. He forced two Highland Park defensemen, Galbraith and Bakich, just ran into each other.
Oh, had an extra step there, and again Doak Walker with a nice deflection.
Goodness me, the great dodging ability of Jack Loftus to create that scoring opportunity. Doak Walker has made a couple of clutch saves here, and a nice job by Andrew Bonnet to just lift up the rebound try, but ESD will keep with possession.
Under 5 minutes before half. ESD looking to tie it up. Come around again, shot there, and again it goes to the right.
Washman just a little bit off, pushing it over to that far right post.
Oh, but that time! I believe it hit the side of the net.
They're going to wave that one off. I don't think that they had completely set to call that pass in. That or there was a quick timeout. The ESD coaching staff are going to be talking things over. Now, we don't have the refs mic'd, which is unfortunate there, because that was a little bit of a confusing situation. ESD tried to push the ball in. They looked like they initially scored, but they are waving off the goal. And I think that's exactly what Jay Southeron wants to talk to the officials about and see exactly what happened.
Well, either way, the goal is null and void, as ESD is going to have to wait a little bit to tie this game up with 4:41 left.
It was Wilson Murphy who got the quick pass in and fired it behind the net of Doak Walker. You immediately saw Doak turn around to the officials, arms wide, and they went ahead and waved it off.
You're seeing the refs discussing as, I mean, it's very difficult. It's very difficult for these refs to really call it as much as possible. I mean, we got all these cameras here really close up, but they just can't see with only their eyes. And here comes ESD. They come out of the huddle first.
And Doak Walker will trot on back to his net. Doak, third-year varsity player, started as a freshman for Highland Park. Came up with some mega stops in that fourth quarter to come back in the opening game in the regular season between these two squads, and he's had a couple of huge saves now. And they'll go ahead and reset it from where ESD was supposed to put it back in play, and they will with Drew Wasserman. And it gets right back over to Wilson Murphy.
Murphy passing it out. Looks like they're going to try and give it back to Murphy, and they do. Come around looking to try and get a shot. Oh, man, Jake Jen not letting anything go past him. Trying to connect on the pass, but it'll result in a turnover.
Yeah, just a quick feed over there to Dundon again. And a quick clear push up ahead for Drew Scott. He is so lightning quick.
Oh, man, the speed looking to go coast to coast, and he does. Oh, my. Drew Scott, like a cannon.
2 goals yesterday in the semifinal versus Westlake. He is so dominant in the midfield.
And I believe he had a goal similar to that yesterday versus Westlake, just taking it, showing off his wheels, and getting a nice, quick goal. And now Highland Park has their largest lead of 2 as they go up 4-2. Now with 4 minutes remaining here before halftime.
Drew Scott, the ability to just flip a game on its head. Picks up the grounder, pushes the tempo. Nobody steps up defensively for ESD, and he buries it low right between the wickets of Ruddleson. And Andrew Bonnet again comes on over to secure that ground ball, and he slams right into John Beetrell.
Teammates running into each other. Oh, no, it could be a costly turnover.
It is.
Doak Walker's not there to save it, and he just couldn't get there in time. A quick response by ESD.
Massive mistake for Highland Park. Doak Walker caught behind the net, and ESD is too good. You can't make a mistake like that. Drew Wasserman just getting it right in front to Dundon with the finish.
It all started with 2 HP players colliding and a risky pass that did not pay off, and Doak Walker left his post to try and save the ball. And it was like a photo finish as he tried to get back to the goal, but it just wasn't quick enough. And now the deficit is back to 1. So now we're basically back to square one with 3:46 left.
Both these teams are just such high level. You can't make a mistake because the other will make you pay.
A quick here looking to tie it up. Oh, but he quickly got it. It looks like HP took it from there.
Wow.
And great job there by Doak.
Chazanow was very close. Won a clean win. Beautiful job inside the X. Then I thought he was about to get that rebound off the stick of Doak Walker. And the Scotties want to push quickly. I think Beetrell might go ahead and pull it back a little bit, trying to calm this thing down as they get it into the cradle of Thomas Mankey.
Mankey getting pressure. He's going to go behind the goal. As a step getting double team, he's going to have to come back out. ESD has 1 timeout left, and HB has 1 timeout left. Now with 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Pass here. Wilson Sands coming around now. Backing up to the corner. Now going behind the goal. He's going to go around. Oh, risky pass. It's just a little bit low.
Look at that job defensively. Andrew Griffin's having a heck of a game.
Oh, trying to go behind the back. That would have been a beautiful highlight play. But it results in a turnover.
And a diving effort by Upoff to try and keep that one alive. It'll go back over to ESD with McKay Hansen with the behind the back shot.
And now we are approaching the 2-minute warning in the first half of this championship game for D1 for THSLL Lacrosse, brought to you by Game On Sports, and a timeout is called. And it looks like it was ESD, so they have no more timeouts here for the rest of the half. as HP still has one, and man, just back and forth they go. A goal from HP, goal from ESD, goal from HP, just back and forth they go. Both these teams are not letting up.
No, that was a huge mistake by Highland Park, and Doak Walker and the Eagles just made them pay. Again, there's just no room for error with how evenly matched both these squads are. In these last 2 minutes and 4 seconds, Highland Park still with one timeout in their back pocket. As you mentioned, Shaji, ESD with none. And we'll see what they draw up to come out of this one. Jack Loftus, working with the ball, has probably been the most dangerous dodging threat for ESD. Wilson Murphy has yet to score a goal, but he's also been running point a lot, facilitating.
And also you have to mention that Reed Landon hasn't scored yet. In last game versus Jesuit, he had 2 goals. He led the way for them, and he still hasn't gotten anything. He hasn't really gotten a good look either, and you're seeing that strong showing here in the crowd as now they're going to come out of the huddle. 2:04 left. ESD looking to tie this up, while HP looking to extend their lead. Doak Walker going back. And it will be ESD with the ball, and here they come. Pass out here, and here comes Jack Loftus.
And they've got Danny Kung just working the middle of the field there, being defended by Cameron Wilson.
Murphy getting pressured.
Bonnet's guarding Wasserman behind the cage. Again, just sticking with that man defense for Highland Park.
Trying to go around, maybe to try and sneak it in. Pass in the lane.
Nice job of sliding on over there for Highland Park defensively, taking away any kind of shooting angles.
Again, trying to pick up the pace here, but HP not allowing that. As here we are now in the final minute of the quarter. ESD looking to get the best shot possible. Has a step here, shot there, but way too much of a bounce.
Another quick step there from Loftus, able to dodge his way around beach roll, and the ground shot just skips over the net, but a good opportunity for Loftus, just creating for himself.
Under a minute. Oh, it looks like he had some room. And Doak Walker with another great save.
Goodness me. Wasserman's got to be thinking to himself, what do I have to do? Just a gorgeous move, a little bit of hesitation. Doak Walker, a diving save. There's a turnover off the clear for Highland Park. ESD with 30 seconds left. No timeouts, but they've got the ability to try and put one in before the half.
30 seconds left. A result in a score, but no, Doak Walker just snatching it. He continues to impress. And here comes Fort Fraser.
15 seconds. Highland Park does have one timeout if head coach Rich Moses wants to use it. I don't think he does.
And they will
he did.
Call
he
a
did call
timeout.
that.
And Mankey frustrated on that play as he thought he had a good shot.
Yeah, well, they left Thomas Mankey with a ton of room to work with. That's very rare. You can see head coach Rich Moses over there talking to Thomas, kind of, I'm sorry, man, but that's the right idea. You get possession over across with 9 seconds to go. They might end up adding a couple seconds. It's a little bit of a delayed call for the timeout, but I expected Coach Moses to call the timeout in that situation.
So 9 seconds left. HP will either go into the half with a 4-3 lead or can go with a 5-3 lead. Let's see what head coach Moses can come up with coming out of this timeout, as you're seeing Drew Scott telling Mankey, oh, you'll get it another time.
Well, Mankey's a high-energy kind of player, and that exudes throughout the entire Highland Park team. Just a sophomore, but that young man is, without a doubt, one of the leaders on this squad. You see Mankey and Upoff there. Tristan Upoff, who's had several goal-scoring opportunities, but Thomas Mankey has the ability not only to score himself but facilitate a scoring opportunity. And everybody out there on the field now, Beetrel, Scott, McKay Hansen, Pete Sitton's got the ability to shoot from distance with the best of them. But again, the size of this ESD defense, their ability to block shots, and I'll be interested to see who Scott Bauer matches up with, and he's going to go just straight towards Pete Sitton, who's going to bring this one in.
8 seconds left. Sitton with the ball. Maybe looking to take it himself, and just a little too high there, and it's going to be ESD ball.
And that'll probably do it with 3 seconds left here in the half. As ESD will just toss this one in.
Throwing up a prayer, as that's going to end the second quarter, as Highland Park will go into the half with a 4-3 lead. So they're going to go into the half feeling pretty good about themselves. At the end of the first quarter, they were leading, and now at the end of the second quarter, they are still holding on to a 1-goal lead.
Well, that was a fun half. 4-3, as you mentioned, just 1-goal deficit here for Highland Park. Offensively, they really started to get things going there in the second quarter. Had a ton of momentum. The turnover that resulted in the ESD goal kind of halted some of that. But this is going to be an epic 24 minutes to decide the Division I state champion.
ESD in unfamiliar territory. As last game versus Dallas Jesuit, they were leading 3-2 going into the half, but now they are down by 1. We'll see what happens in the second half. You're watching THSLL Division I Championship Lacrosse, brought to you by Game On Sports.
introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I'm a king of rock, there is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To burn my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Now we rock your party and come correct. All sets are on time and rhyme connect. Got the right to vote and to elect. Another rapper can't stand it, but give us respect. I wanna rock. Back in 1955, man didn't know about a rock and roll show. No, that does. White man had the schmaltz, black man had the blues. No one knew they was going to do what Tchaikovsky had to do. Oh, let me rock. You know what I want. I love rock and roll. Put a lot of time in a jukebox, baby. And it came to pass, the rock and roll was born. Love across the land, every rock and band was blowing up a storm. And the guitar man got famous, the business man got rich. And everybody was a superstar, with a spirit. Let me rock. You know what I want. I love rock and roll. Put a lot of time in a jukebox, baby.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. Riders on the storm.
And the music was good and the music was loud.
We are just 2 quarters away from deciding who will be the D1 THSLL state champion. And what a fantastic first half it was between the Highland Park Scots and the Episcopal School of Dallas Eagles. And it was an amazing first half. Back and forth they go, but HP is holding on to a 4-3 lead, as now we are about to go underway with the second half. Now, Wolchuk, back and forth they went, like I said earlier, but what do you think ESD needs to do to try and take advantage of HP, and does HP need to change anything?
Well, offensively, I think Highland Park's doing a pretty darn good job in terms of ball movement, making sure they've got a cutter working in front of the crease. For ESD, I think it's going to be a little more ISO ball for them. Highland Park's doing a good job of keeping everything in front of them with their man defense. Can their Dodgers such as Jack Loftus and Drew Wasserman go ahead and make the most of their speed, work their way around it, and create a goal-scoring opportunity.
We'll see if they can make those adjustments as the first face-off of the second half is going underway, and already a lot of slashing going on. And ESD is going to pick it up as they will start off the second half with possession, looking to get a quick goal, and they do! What a statement by ESD.
That's how it's done. Your U.S. All-American Scott Bauer comes over, scoops up the grounder, and they just push it right up to Drew Wasserman, who buries in the goal to tie things up at 4, 15 seconds into the third quarter.
The first player on any player for both teams to score more than one goal in this game, as that was his second goal. 11:45 left, and we are all tied up just like that. And here we go, back to the faceoff again. Gabriel looking to try and win this one. Ref telling him to back up a little bit. It looks like Gabriel may get his revenge. But no, ESD might try to scoop it up.
That's just a battle for that grounder, and Chasnow come away with it.
Still fighting for it. The ref going to blow the whistle.
Chasnow lost a glove there, but possession will stay with ESD. Tristan Uphoff and Highland Park keep talking. They didn't like that one.
So it's going to be HP ball. Excuse me, it's going to be ESD ball. They're going to come back to Ruddleson. Trying to cross over, and they do. Can ESD take back the lead? Stutter step. Looks like he has some room over there. And just like that, ESD takes the lead from Highland Park. Jack Loftus.
That speed of Jack Loftus, it's been a problem all day long for Highland Park defensively, and he just works his way right around, just beats him straight to the front of the crease, dodges his way, breaks cage, and boom. Jack Loftus gives ESD their first lead of this second half. Really their first lead since, the first quarter of this one.
What an unbelievable turnaround by ESD, as just like that, they take the lead.
Quick start to this quarter.
Fighting for it here. HP looking to win the faceoff, and they do.
Yeah, Gent comes on over and scoops that one up. And he gets hit by Bauer. This one's still loose. And Gent comes back and picks it up himself. Got a little bit of help there from Gabriel.
Gabriel basically sacrificing himself to make sure HP gets possession. And now the Scots. Oh no, and bad communication on the pass there is way too high, and it results in a turnover. And yet again, just ESD taking advantage of those fast breaks, but now they're going to have to slow it down.
Yeah, Eagles certainly wanted to push the pace there. They end up backing it up, and they'll reset that offense. And an uncharacteristic turnover there in the midfield from Thomas Menke.
Reed Landon passing it back to Loftus. They're really slowing the pace down now.
Got Highland Park very spread out, though.
Trying to cut in. Now just under 10 minutes remaining here in the third. Oh, and again trying to cut in, but he loses the ball. Trying to scoop it back up, and he does.
Yeah, Beatrill tried to poke that one out. Good job by Loftus just to stick with it.
Spin move, going to take it himself, and way too high that time. But still ESD ball.
Preston Morway looking for his second. His first goal came off that similar side. That one just sailed right over the crossbar.
Trying to go around. Ball is loose yet again.
Good defense from Andrew Bonnet, using that long stick to poke it away. John Beatrill just being a pest. Morway will come over and keep it alive for the Eagles.
Yet again, another one-on-one try, and it bounces off the post. Another second chance opportunity, and Doak Walker that time deflects it. Oh, man. What a series of events.
Wow, what a goal-scoring chance for Reed Landon, the sophomore, right in front. And Doak Walker just says no. Rebound comes right back out, and he makes a second save. And Walker frustrated that Highland Park wasn't able to get it clear.
A costly turnover, way too high to Doak. Trying to rip it from that time. One-on-one try. Couldn't connect on the pass. But HP still can't hold on to the ball.
Well, it's just doing the little things now. If you want to go ahead and scoop up that ground ball, just make sure you secure it. That one flips right out of the cradle of Ford Frazier. ESD, second, third, fourth offensive chances here.
Too many opportunities for ESD as they get another one. Highland Park. Trying again. They do not want ESD to have a 2-goal lead. Coming around now to reset. Backing all the way up. Full steam ahead. Stutter step to the left. Gonna take that shot at Doak Walker yet again. Finally going to secure the ball, but still he's getting pressured.
Doak Walker has just been brilliant during that series.
Looking to get sandwiched, and he does, getting hit from behind, but still going to cross over.
Good toughness from John Beatrill, just goes ahead and takes that hit. Not out of the weeds yet.
Beatrill still getting berated, able to split the defense. Looks like he's going to take it himself, and he does! John Beatrill! He kept getting berated over and over and over again, and it results in a goal as we're tied up once again.
Unassisted, John Beatrill works the clear by himself, splits two not once but twice, and from about 10 yards out just puts it low right between the knees of Ruddleson.
A beautiful follow through. Now with 7:42 left here in the third as we go back to the face-off X. It is now 5-5. Oh man, just an emphatic face-off victory there. Looking to quicken the pace. Ball got deflected.
Yeah, Fort Frazier came over and just deflected that one. It seemed like the Eagles had something cooking. Chazanow with a nice win inside the X. Now the Scotties with Galbraith will work the clear.
Trying to cross over. Nice moves there, and they do. A lot of pressure here. About to get double teamed.
Yeah, Wills will just get some support from Sitton. Mankey's calling for it. He's working back behind the cage.
A lot of high passes so far from HP. Wills. Passing it back out. Now back to Wills. Gonna try. 6:45 left. Coming in to the left. Gonna try and take it himself. And it got deflected by Ruddleson.
Yeah, twisting shot there for Blake Wills, covering a lot of ground. Started right, comes back left.
Trying to set the screen here. Coming around. Looks like he's gonna pass it back out.
Always got to keep tabs at 22 in the middle. McKay Hansen. It's very dangerous working inside.
Wills again with the ball in his hands. Oh, nice pass here to Sitton. Oh, and just not enough bounce on that shot. And the ref calling it, it'll be HP ball.
Now the ESD fans are really unsure of why in the world they went ahead and flipped that, but it will indeed go back over to the Scots as Sands brings this one in.
Ref signaling that it is HP ball. Wills again. Spin move. He's getting double team. Gonna have to come around.
Sands calling for it off that right side. If they can get it around to him now, he's no longer open. Good job sliding over and taking that away.
Oh, almost loses the ball, but Will's still holding on to it. No, he doesn't. It's a fight now. Oh, man, just a full-on brawl.
Scott Bauer. No, it wasn't. It was Carson Rainey comes along with that one, and a looping clear. Here come the Eagles.
Beautiful clear there by ESD, and now they're going to slow it down a little bit.
Great job for Rainey in a big cluster of congestion. to come away with that ground ball and set up ESD.
ESD again now with just 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Still tied up here, 5-5. Screen set. Back out to Murphy. Watson. Nice move there. Gonna get a nice dish out. Trying to work their way in, but...
Yeah, Bakich doing a nice job working on Griffin there, not allowing him any room to get around. Kick it back outside.
Stutter step to the right. Looks like he has it. Behind the back pass. And yet again, going to go behind the goal is Watson. Watson going to his left. Looks like he has some room and just a little high there. Oh, that was a beautiful shot opportunity. It looks like a timeout will be called. It's the first timeout of the second half with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter. And the timeout was called by Highland Park, so they only have one left in the whole half, while ESD still has both of them.
Well, we're starting to get into crunch time here. 4:11 to go in the third quarter. A tie ball game here at 5. ESD starting to pepper with shots a little bit. Nice job defensively, though, for Highland Park. They seem content to just stick with that man defense. Not giving up a lot of room to ESD as they try and pass it around. They've had Reed Landon kind of working towards the middle of the crease area, cutting. Haven't been able to get inside, but it's really been that speed of Loftus and Wasserman. Morway's had probably the farthest goal from about 12 yards out.
Here they come, Coach Moses talking to the players. I mean, this is what state championship lacrosse is all about. Both these teams in their prime, the best that they can be. As we are tied up 5-5 with just 4:11 left in the third quarter. Still plenty of time for either team to pull away. And we knew going in this was not going to be a blowout. We knew this was going to be a tight contest.
Yeah, I mean, I had somebody ask, literally, if you're a betting man, what is this? Betting line probably about even for this one, and 100%. I mean, both these teams are neck and neck. Both littered with talent. We've talked about the offensive firepower of Highland Park, some of the offensive playmakers of ESD. Both teams have excellent goaltenders and defensemen. College talent all over this field.
Nice move here. Looks like he has a shot from the side, and again, way too high on that. He went to go for a low shot, but it went way too high, but still ESD ball.
Yeah, William Blair just ripped that one hip level. Didn't really have much of a chance going low to high.
And coming around behind the goal again is Jack Loftus. He has 2 goals for ESD. Coming around again. Oh, tripped up. Shot there. It looks like Doak Walker just tipped it.
Another good opportunity for Reed Landon. Had a lot of space to work with. And Doak Walker indeed getting just a small piece of that one.
Doak continuing to get peppered with shots. Coming around again. Bit of a screen used there. Coming around, spin move. And it's going to be passed back out to Murphy. Murphy going to back up. And as they wait for the sub in. Loftus going to go back.
And it'll be Danny Kung.
On the speed shown here. Coming in, looking to get a shot up, but he loses the ball.
It's poked away by Bakich. But again, these ground balls, ESD has had the advantage so far in this second half.
Oh, nice swipe there. Looking to keep possession. It's going to be close, but the ref blows the whistle, and it is a turnover.
Reed Landon, just the hustle to try to keep that alive. But the turnover back the other side for Highland Park. We've really yet to see this offense get to go to work here in the third quarter. They've really had one series on the opposite end against the Eagles. Good clear.
Here comes Drew Scott, getting pressured. He's going to back up. Pass here to Sitton. Beecher looking to maybe shoot from there.
Wow, I thought that was just going to be a shot fake. He put it up high, then he decided to go left side with it. But it ends up being a quick shot and possession back over to ESD. I felt like Highland Park needed to hold possession there a little bit, try and get some momentum and a grip back onto this game. This has been a quarter dominated by the ESD Eagles.
And here we are at the 2-minute warning in the third quarter. All tied up here. ESD looking to take back the lead.
And if it weren't for the outstanding goaltending of Doak Walker, they'd have it. They've had some really good looks. Doak Walker's come up with some clutch stops in these last 10 to 12 minutes.
We've had 3 lead changes in this game. Could we see a fourth? Driving in, gonna come back out. Maybe get a spin move. Didn't get a good shot off, and oh no, it goes underneath his legs. Goes between them.
Good tandem defensively there, Cameron Wilson and Brock Bakich. And just a crazy pass in there to keep it alive for ESD, William Blair.
Pass here. Now, under a minute, 45 seconds left. Looking to end the quarter on a high note to take the lead. HP is not letting up. Coming around the goal. Oh, he's going to blow a whistle. That'd be a violation by ESD. HP now has a chance. Here we are, under 30 seconds. It looks like Coach Moses will not take a timeout. But he has done it before in the final seconds. I don't think he wants to recreate that Mankey goal mistake. Spin move. Beecher wants to take it. High pass here to Scott. Drew Scott looks like he has some room, and just to the right.
And Scott took a hit in the back there. He's favoring it just a little bit as he rotated his way on there. Took a nice check defensively from ESD, and I think we got a timeout. As that is the end of the third quarter, so we are going into the final 12 minutes all tied up.
5-5. One more quarter left. We are 12 minutes away from finding out who will be the state champion for D1 THSLL lacrosse. And Drew Scott, slow to go to the huddle there. And this is it. This is as close as it gets. It can't get any closer. 5-5. This is what both these teams knew what was going to happen when they found out they were going to face each other, as they know each other so well. HB looking to break that regular season curse where if you beat them in the regular season, you lose to them in the playoffs. ESD looking to try and get back on top of the mountain. And right now, if you're ESD, I think right now, I think they have all the momentum right now, because HB, we haven't really seen enough of their offense so far.
No, they dominated that third quarter without question. Ground balls were in their favor by a lot, and offensively they had some quality chances. Doak Walker kept Highland Park alive in that quarter. Scotty's offense really quieted by some excellent defense of ESD and some really rushed possessions. And you got a couple of the stalwarts on that attack for Highland Park, Thomas Mankey and Drew Scott, that have gotten nicked up in this game.
So here we go.
Probably the loudest we've heard this crowd all night as we come out.
Oh, absolutely.
Or day, I should say, as it's the afternoon here in McKinney at Ron Poe Stadium.
So here we go. 12 minutes left. As here we are at the first faceoff of the fourth quarter. Gobriel looking to start off hot for HP, and he does. Oh, man. Great job here by Gobriel. Nice passing here. Oh, but great job by ESD. No, and a big hit there.
Yeah, that was a face-off won by Chazanow, who's dominated so far here in the second half.
Waiting for the subs to come in.
ESD has started to enforce their will at the Fogo position with that tandem of Chazanow and Heldman. They've gotten the best of Anthony Gobriel, who is an all-state Fogo for Highland Park.
ESD looking to take the lead. Coming around, looks like he had a shot for a second, but coming around, one-on-one there. Doak Walker just able to deflect it.
Just working it around Wilson Murphy with the wraparound try, and Doak Walker again just gets the stick up and a big-time save.
Jake Gent quickening the pace. Giving it to Mankey. Mankey taking his time. Now behind the goal. Nice post action here. Nice pass in the lane. They're going to have to come back out to Sitten. 10:30 left. Bit of a high pass, but still comes down.
Yeah, Scotty's just slowing it down and really spreading out this attack. They don't have anybody really working towards the middle now. Mankey's going to make a run. Had McKay Hansen cutting inside, but he's being defended well by Henry Watson.
Mankey just trying to find a way in. They have to pass it back out again to Drew Scott. Drew Scott looks to be okay. It looks like he maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. Coach Moses talking to the players. Sitten going to come back out. Back to Scott. Oh, Drew Scott with a nice spin move.
Yeah, he's shifty. Just great job sliding by the stout defense of ESD, making it very tough.
Drew Scott trying to get a shot off there, and a nice save there by Auden Ruddleson. And now ESD. Oh, man, did they get a head start. Nice passing here. One-on-one try, and it goes in. Oh, my. Jack Loftus with a hat trick.
Yeah, and Loftus, he's without a doubt been probably the best player offensively for ESD, in my opinion, so far today. In the fast break, they push it. Just a little bing, bang, boom over to Loftus, who puts it low, and that time Doak Walker unable to make the stop. 9:16 to go in this one, and ESD with the 1-goal lead. Pressure now all on the Highland Park Scots.
They snatched the lead back, and it all started with a nice head start on that clear, as HP trying to find an answer so far in the second half. Just like that faceoff, all ESD. And yet again, that tic-tac-toe passing, but man, they couldn't connect on that last pass. It's given HP a chance to settle in. Well, looking now, under 9 minutes left. And they're going to back up here. Looking to take a 2-goal lead. They're going to back up now. Trying to go. Oh, lost the ball just for a second.
Yeah, Danny Kung put that one down on the carpet. Just bounces right back to him. He's able to keep possession. ESD slowing this one considerably. A little bit of movement there in front of the cage.
Trying to come around. And now 8 minutes remaining, so solid minute taken off this possession here. Looks like he lost the ball just for a second, trying to kick it back to himself,
Yeah,
and he does.
lost his stick to it. It appeared there's Cameron Wilson just with that long pole trying to poke it loose.
The last thing HP wants is to be down by 2 goals. Trying to go in, and he puts it in! Oh my! Reed Landon, and there he is. He had 2 goals against Jesuit, and he gets his first one. Now with 7:43 left here in the fourth.
Just working around the Ohio State commit. Galbraith there with that long pole, and he just beat him on that side. Able to slip it in past Doak Walker with 7:43 to go. ESD up by 2. And inside the X is really where they've made their hay. They've dominated the faceoffs.
Largest lead for ESD. 2 goals, 7-5. And yet again, he just gets the initial hit, and ESD will have the ball again. You're seeing the sideline for ESD just jumping around as they know they have all the momentum. As Highland Park looks to get a stop here. And now Jack Loftus. He has a hat trick.
Highland Park still not playing it too aggressive defensively.
Oh man, side there, but Doak Walker able to snatch it. Otherwise, that would have been another goal.
Yeah, Reed Landon, that one might have sailed over the top of the crossbar, but a big turnover for Highland Park. This second half, they have turned the ball over. ESD has just won the ground balls. They're winning the face-offs. The Eagles are really dominating the play here so far in this second half.
A rare mistake there.
Well, the Scotties aren't doing themselves any favors, I'll tell you that.
Rare mistake there by Doak Walker, as he usually passes the ball efficiently, but he was just getting surrounded by ESD players left and right. He's just been peppered with shots all day. And ESD has all the control, looking to take a 3-goal lead, as now you can see by the way they're playing, starting to kill a little bit of clock, so that way HP doesn't have a lot of opportunities. Stutter step. Behind the cage now. Look like he has some room.
A little bit of movement there with Wilson Murphy and Caden Dundon in front.
Oh, he has a shot, but it goes to the right, and still ESD ball.
Reed Landon again with another big rip. But again, second and third chances during these possessions for ESD as they just continue to own possession time. Highland Park, very limited offensive opportunities this half.
Oh, nice shot there. Looking to go over his shoulder. But looks like HP will finally come away with it. They still can't hold on to the ball. Still not clear possession yet. ESD just all over. Ref blows the whistle. And it'll be HP ball.
Well, Doak Walker, a huge save. Cameron Wilson just fighting for his life to try and scoop up that ground ball. It ends up trickling out of bounds off a stick of one of the Eagles, and they call it back over. So Drew Scott using that midfield speed to push the issue. And now is when you look at 27, Thomas Menke, 22, McKay Hansen. Those two have been so good all year long.
HP looking to get a shot off. And a nice save there. It was a good shot opportunity, but just a better save by ESD. And now they have another fast break opportunity. Full speed ahead they go.
Yeah, they've got 5-on-3 and just a misfire for Drew Wasserman trying to get it off that other side, and it'll go back over to Highland Park.
HP just has 5 minutes to come back in this 2-goal lead by ESD, and a timeout is called. We're now with 5 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this game. ESD leading 7-5. ESD just has all the momentum right now. They've basically been in control of this second half. In the first half, it was all HP. But since then, ESD has settled in, and they're just playing their game.
Yeah, and the fans for ESD starting to feel it as well. as they're extremely excited, but no lead is safe. We mentioned that earlier. The first meeting between these squads, Highland Park had a fourth quarter flurry. Came on back to win it, and ESD is fully aware of that, but just not a lot of possession time for Highland Park. ESD's had them on their heels this entire half. They've won the face-off advantage. Ground balls have been all Eagles. And when Highland Park's finally gotten possession back and pushed it up the field, it's really just been a one-shot, turn it back over to ESD. Not a whole lot of pace and opportunities for the Scotties. And I'm sure head coach Rich Moses is drawing something up, talking to his boys. But we've mentioned the depth scoring that Highland Park has. Really everybody on the field with the ability to score from anywhere. But McKay Hansen, their leading goal scorer coming in, had 4 yesterday. He's got 1 today. Tristan Uphoff, who was very effective in that first half, working in front of the cage. The senior who's got 1 goal. But then it always does come back, in my opinion, to Thomas Menke, who is just a playmaker, whether he's making it for himself in ISO or facilitating for his teammates.
Each team just has 1 timeout left, and the ref stopping the game. Looks like they're trying to figure something out.
Well, ESD's looking a little bit confused. At least their coaching staff was at something, but it is Highland Park ball, and they'll go ahead and push this up as they work the clear.
Here comes HB. Under 5 minutes. Oh, no, just intercepted. Wow, what a play. Just straight up snatched it. Trying to save the ball, and they do. Great defensive job there by HP.
What a play by Doak Walker. Doak Walker just came out of the cage, was aggressive, and checked Caden Dundon, who had a wide open opportunity. It was just going to be Dundon versus Walker. Walker made the first move.
Now HP with the ball. 4:15 left. They're taking their time. Back out here to Pete Sitton. Full steam ahead he goes. Stutter step to the right. Great passing here. A goal there! Drew Scott with his 2nd goal of the day.
Beautiful job sitting over there to Drew Scott. And Scott, the Ohio State commit, goes ahead and puts it low, where they've had a lot of success against Ruddleson today. Just going low 5-hole, and Drew Scott cuts it down to 1 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to play.
It is now 7-6. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left. HP still down by 1. Could Drew Scott's 2nd goal be the starter for an HP comeback? Back at the face-off X we go. Gabriel trying to win this face-off, and he does. Whistle is blown. I thought it was blown, but no, it's still going to continue. HP winning a crucial face-off. And here come the Scotties. And now you're seeing ESD playing very aggressive defense. Oh no, he tripped up. Able to get back up though. And it was to his advantage. Trying to split the defense for the tie. And it gets deflected. HP trying to hold on.
They'll still have possession. Jake Jen, a crazy play, just drops at the 45-yard line, gets up, shows a lot of speed, tries to make a run for it.
Still a 1-goal game. Back out here to Beetrell. Beetrell gonna try and take it for the tie, and it gets deflected again. Second chance opportunity, still running for it.
What a stop from Ruddleson on John Beetrell, and now we got 2 players colliding very hard over there towards the sideline.
What fight there, and it looks like ESD was able to keep possession, so now it will be ESD ball, but we do have an Eagle injured. He is favoring his shoulder. And it looks like it's number 13, Henry Watson.
Yeah, that's a big loss. Defensively, he's been outstanding for ESD as they hold on to this 1-goal edge. Under 3 minutes to go now.
Under 3 minutes. ESD Killing a lot of time here, possibly looking for the dagger. Coming around. Yeah, they're just killing a lot of clock here.
Passing it around, you'll start to see Highland Park get a little bit more aggressive, trying to force the turnover, but you don't want to over-pursue and allow a backdoor opportunity for ESD just crashing and dodging towards the cage.
Loftus backing up. Trying to work his way in. Another pass. Here we are. 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. Pass here. They're trying to intercept it. Has a step. Trying to come in. And they get it in! A 2-goal lead now! Drew Wasserman with a hat trick.
Unbelievable job by Wasserman, just working it right from behind the cage. And he goes low and buries it 5-hole again. Doak Walker can't believe it. With a minute 48, ESD back up by 2.
What a game this is. ESD leading 8-6, 1:48 left. If HP wants to stay in this game, they have to win this face-off. Still fighting for it. Gabriel just kicking and clawing, trying to keep it in their way.
What
and
a
it
play
looks
by
like
Scott Bauer.
ESD just snatching it.
The senior defenseman going to Virginia. The U.S. All-American comes up and scoops it to secure possession for ESD. A championship play for Scott Bauer.
Oh, fake pass there. He's going to take it himself. Maybe for an insurance score, and it is! He buries it! Oh, man. And that was Carson Rainey raining it down on Highland Park.
What
a
a
3-goal lead.
Carson Rainey, the long pole defenseman, getting offensive there. Just the windup right in the middle of the field. No hesitation. And that possibly could be that dagger. 9-6 with a minute 21 to go. An uphill battle here for the Scotties. And the student section of ESD is loving it.
They are hyped right now as Highland Park's crowd is just stunned. Face off again. They're still going to fight here.
And Scott Bauer coming over again to secure possession for the Eagles.
He just cannot be phased, as now they're just going to kill clock. This second half was just all ESD. Just complete domination.
1 minute left. As the Eagles try and hold this as long as they can, both teams have a timeout left.
HP still trying to create a turnover.
Now Doak Walker's out of the net now.
Look, ball went out, so it will be HP ball. Highland Park looking to maybe get one more goal.
41 seconds. They need 3. It's a tall task.
Drew Scott coming. Ball is just a little loose. 25 seconds left in HP. Gonna drive in for a shot, and it's just gonna get deflected again. And man, what a performance by Auden Ruddleson here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Galbraith just takes it himself. And that shot, Ruddleson with the save. 10 seconds. ESD is just gonna run this one out.
The clock ticks down as sticks are being thrown. ESD, the Episcopal School of Dallas, are your 2019 D1 THSL state champions. What a fantastic game it was, but still an unbelievable season for ESD, as last year they lost versus St. Mark's in state, and now they are on the top of the mountain again.
Yeah, an unbelievable job for ESD. I mean, they came out and dominated that second half And Saji, I know you're going to try and get down there to interview Coach Jay Southern before this one's over. An unbelievable scene as those players just get together and congratulate one another. Jack Loftus and Drew Osterman with a hat trick apiece. Reed Landon with a big goal for his 64th on the year. What a moment for ESD and the Eagles as they finally did it. And for Highland Park, the first time they got back to this game since 2015. They had a big win yesterday over Westlake. They led at half, but just some miscues in that second half. Couldn't sustain enough offensive possession, turned the ball over quite a bit. Doak Walker kept him in it as long as possible. But the story of this afternoon was ESD. And again, that curse of the regular season team within these North Division foes winning and the loser coming back and getting revenge in the playoffs continues. It happened yesterday with ESD and Jesuit. Jesuit having knocked off ESD in the regular season. ESD getting the win in the semifinal to advance to this one here today against Highland Park. And the Scotties, who knocked off the Eagles 11-9 in the regular season at Highlander, come into this state championship game and fall by a final of 9-6 to ESD. The Eagles will finish 19-3 on the year, 4-1 in district play. And what a moment for the seniors and the rest of this team. Scott Bauer, the senior defenseman, who's been a part of those state runner-up and semifinal teams that came just short, able to get back to this point. And he was magnificent as a wing coming on over in those face-offs. As both teams will get ready for the trophy presentation, and we'll try and get a chat with Coach Jay Southern of the ESD Eagles. And one of the best things that we do here in the THSLL, the handshake line, as ESD will line up. Highland Park will come on over. As both these schools, without a doubt, maybe the greatest rivalry in the THSLL between the two, but a lot of friendships as well, as these schools separated by just miles. A lot of these kids grew up together, playing youth together. And several of them will be teammates at the college level. You talk about a ton of future Buckeyes on both squads. Henry Watson, the defenseman for ESD, number 13 in blue. Carson Rainey, the senior defenseman, number 15 in blue, also going to Ohio State from ESD. And then a couple of Buckeyes on the Highland Park side of things. Drew Scott, who's just a junior, he's got one more year left. Will be there with them in 2 years, but one of the captains on this Highland Park squad, senior Gabe Galbraith, is a senior and going to Ohio State as well. And here comes ESD running on over to their student section. This is always a great moment. Saji's down there along the track. He's going to look for head coach Jay Southern as the team and the players will line up here over towards the 20 to 40 yard line to receive their medals and the state championship trophy. Will get an MVP crowned as ESD celebrates the THSLL Division I state championship. A great year for Highland Park. They fall just short. They'll finish 12-4 on the season as they begin to present the runner-up awards to the Highland Park Scots. And the Scotties have a great chance to come right on back. They've got Doak Walker returning. He'll be a senior next year. We mentioned Drew Scott, who had a great game. You see him at number 5 in white over off that right side along the 40-yard line. He'll be back as a senior. Thomas Menke will be a junior. McKay Hansen will graduate as he is a senior. So will Tristan Uphoff, who had a great game today. Pete Sitton, Wilson Sands. But both these squads, year in and year out, they find their way into the Final Four. Two of the best programs in the state of Texas. Carson Rainey, your defensive MVP. And Jack Loftus, after a hat trick today, just a junior. He'll be back to try and repeat next year as a senior, is your offensive MVP.
And the overall MVP goes to number 9, Drew Wasserman.
And the overall MVP going to number 9, Drew Wasserman, also just a junior. The future Utah Ute with a hat trick today. Him, along with Jack Loftus, will be back to spearhead this ESD Eagle attack for their senior year as they try and go back-to-back. And Highland Park, as Pete Sitton will go up there and accept the runner-up trophy for the Scots, along with a couple of the other senior captains, Blake Wills and Gabe Galbraith. Certainly not the end result that they wanted, but an unbelievable season for the Scotties. And those are 3 Class Act seniors that will be missed for that Highland Park program.
And now, presenting your Division I 2019 champion.
And the D1 State Championship trophy being presented to the captains, Scott Bauer, Danny Kung, Drew Wasserman, Jack Loftus of the ESD Eagles. As head coach Jay Southern takes a picture of his team, Saji Adam standing by to try and grab the coach. We should have him in just a moment as you see the ESD Eagles hoisting their trophy. And Saji down there with Coach Jay Sutherland. Saji, take it away as soon as you're ready.
All right.
How's it going?
Coach, fantastic win. What does this win mean to you in this program?
Well, I think it's a team win first and foremost. It's something we preached all year is that, don't sweat the small things early and get better each week. And I think, throughout this playoff, we've avenged every loss we had in the regular season. And that was our goal, just one at a time. And, we said, we build up all these small plays and small details. They'll take care of the big things, and that's what these guys did today. We were up, we were down. The momentum was swinging both ways, and I think our guys really just stayed composed. We never panicked, and this is this group. We don't have one superstar. We have a lot of good guys, but the biggest thing is the way these guys play together, the way they care about each other is why we won a championship. We wanted to stay process-based throughout this whole thing, not get too high, not get too low, and I think the guys did a really good job. It's hard with high school kids. They read the Twitter, they read this, they read that. This team's really good, this team's not really good. You can lose to that team that you just read about, So for us, it was trying to just keep them kind of steady throughout the season, not get too high, not get too low, and just work on improving each week. And I think we did that. But I was really proud of just our senior leadership overall. I mean, those guys deserve it. I mean, the way they carried themselves as captains, and even the senior class as just leaders, I mean, they won us this championship. It might not show scoring a goal, but it's the stuff behind the scenes in the locker room, on a bus trip. Those guys, we have seniors that clean up the balls after practice. We have seniors that, load the buses. They're very selfless, and I think that's a huge thing. And that's, honestly, I think that's what championship teams are made of, a lot of people that are selfless, and that's what these guys are. So very proud of them.
How do you plan to celebrate this win, Coach?
You know what? I'm honestly just relaxed a little bit. It's been a long year. I'm exhausted, to be honest. Maybe a day off, just enjoy a day off. I don't know if I've had a day off in about, 90 days. So just spend the special time with these guys now, and then just honestly just put my feet up.
All right, congrats, Coach, and happy Mother's Day.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right, back to you up there, Wolchuk. It's been an amazing year.
Well, Saji, we can go ahead and go a little back and forth here just to close this one out, but a exuberant head coach, Jay Sutherland, and a day off, I believe, is well-deserved for him. As ESD goes ahead, and they'll celebrate with a couple of final team pictures before we wrap up this one here from Ron Poe Stadium in McKinney, Texas. What a great representative McKinney Lacrosse was here for McKinney ISD. Closing this one out. Some final images there of ESD as the Eagles are indeed state champs. 9-6 your final, ESD defeating Highland Park. Highland Park will be your runner-up, so congratulations, of course, to Highland Park on an outstanding season. And a thank you to the THSLL for letting Game On Sports and us be a part of this weekend for you. We've enjoyed broadcasting all 4 games yesterday in the state semifinal and today's 2 state championship games. Congratulations to your D2 state champion Prosper Eagles and the D1 state champion Episcopal School at Alice ESD Eagles as they take home the D1 crown here at Ron Poe Stadium. A big thank you to our camera operators, John Knoll, Randy Moothart, and Cookie Hawkins for their hard work over the last few days, as well as our director, Ori Holman, for my play-by-play man, Saji Adam, and our producer, Fred Garner. I'm Zach Wolchuk. Again, your final ESD 9, Highland Park 6, ESD, your THSLL state champions. You've been watching the Texas High School Lacrosse League Final Four, presented to you by Game On Sports.